ready to go on to the record?
I am. One moment. I have us on the record now.
Okay. I call case 22-M-0313 in the matter of the Commission's broadband study and mapping pursuant to the Broadband Connectivity Act. Good afternoon. We're here today for a public statement hearing that was noticed on March 5th, 2024. This public statement hearing concerns the Public Service Commission's study and mapping of broadband service, which means high-speed internet service. In a minute, we will have a presentation from Department of Public Service staff about this study and what we are looking to learn from the public. The public statement hearings to be held today, now and later at 6 o'clock this evening, are intended for public input into the study. My name is James Costello. I am an administrative law judge with the Department of Public Service. With me here today is Leah Amiat, also an administrative law judge with the Department of Public Service. And together we're responsible for presiding over the hearings in this case. This matter is currently before the Public Service Commission, and the study is being conducted by Department of Public Service staff. The commission consists of 5 members. And before we get into the details or further details of the study, I want to explain to you the ways that you can comment in this matter other than by speaking at these public statement hearings. If you did not register to speak at one of the hearings, but you would like your views included in the record, there are a variety of other ways to comment that are listed in the public notice for these hearings. For those of you with computer access, we're showing a slide with the other ways to comment. And all of the details are in the March 5th public notice for today's event. Brief summary of it, you can submit comments by department's website, by regular mail, or by telephone. And no matter how they are submitted, they will be given equal weight. Staff will explain to you in a minute how you can participate also by completing our broadband assessment study and our speed test. Comments may be submitted and will be considered throughout the pendency of this proceeding. However, because the study needs to be done in a timely way, we would appreciate if you provide your input by April 10th. Justin Maloney from the Department of Public Service staff will now have a brief presentation explaining the study and the kinds of information that we're hoping to get from the public. Mr. Maloney's presentation will not be a question and answer format. And at this point, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Maloney for his presentation.
Thank you, Your Honor. In April 2021, the legislature passed the Comprehensive Broadband Connectivity Act of 2021. The bill directed the Public Service Commission to study on an annual basis the availability, reliability, and cost of high-speed broadband service in New York State. The Department of Public Service's Office of Telecommunications has dedicated a team responsible for conducting the study and annual updates that are required by the Act, among which includes a first-of-its-kind interactive map with detailed address-level descriptions of New York's broadband infrastructure. We are committed to making this tool something that can be used by everyone, and we need your input to understand what's happening in your communities. Next slide, please. Mapping broadband infrastructure is no small task. That's why we use a 3-pronged approach. We're using internet service provider data to help us assess gaps statewide. We're conducting field verification of high-speed infrastructure where necessary. And we're hearing straight from the consumer via our Broadband Assessment Survey, the feedback tab on our Broadband Map webpage, and through our series of public statement hearings. Next slide, please. Thank you. We want to hear about your internet accessibility barriers. Among other topics, we're interested in hearing from those of you who are dealing with the following. You lack internet service entirely. Internet is unaffordable to you. You lack ISP competition in your area, and you don't feel like you're getting the speeds that you paid for. Thank you. You can visit New York's Public Service Commission broadband map at mapmybroadband.dps.ny.gov. In addition to typing in your address and learning more about service in your area, you can also submit feedback directly to DPS staff, and we encourage you to take our broadband consumer survey. We hope everyone on this call will take this survey by April 10th, 2024. If you're unable to take the survey online due to lack of connectivity, you can call our toll-free broadband assessment line at 1-855-NYBB-MAP or 1-855-692-2627. We want to make every participating New Yorker aware about the wind down of the FCC's Affordable Connectivity Program, also known as the ACP. The program provided discounts toward internet service, and this program is sunsetting in April 2024. You can visit www.fcc.gov/ACP or call 877-384-2575 for more information about the wind down. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Maloney. I'd now like to explain the process that we're going to follow today with respect to the public statement hearing. As I said earlier, the purpose of our hearing is to provide you with an opportunity to tell the Commission your thoughts on the issues in this proceeding. The statements that you make today will become part of the case record. We have a court reporter joining us who will prepare a transcript of the hearing, which will be included in the official record of this proceeding so that your comments can be considered by the members of the Commission. When it is ready, the transcript will be available for view on the Department of Public Services website. This hearing is not an evidentiary hearing with cross-examination, nor is it a question and answer session. It's a forum to hear comments from you. If you're going to speak today, you should make sure you only use one audio input and one audio output on your end. Otherwise, we may experience problems with feedback when you're speaking. If you're having technical problems making your statement, we are monitoring an 800 number used for calling in registrations, and we'll try to help with the problem. That number is in the notice of these hearings and is 1-800-342-3330. I would remind you to please speak slowly so that the court reporter can accurately capture your statements for the record. We have had only one person who pre-registered to speak today, and it looks like that person is not participating electronically. So what I'm going to do is call out the name of the person. If you are participating by telephone, what you would have to do is hit *3, and that way we can recognize you and unmute your line. You'll hear a beep, and once we can hear you, you can begin to make your statement. The person that we have registered for today is Ryan Flinton, and if Ryan Flinton is attending and is participating by telephone, we'd ask you to please hit *3.
I'm not seeing any raised hand.
Okay, thank you, nor am I. Okay, so what we're going to do, we'll go back and try Mr. Flinton again, but since we have time, I'm going to open up the floor to people who may not have registered to speak, but who would now like to make a statement. If you're participating electronically, what you would do is use the raise hand function, and you can look at the screen that's up now in front of you, and it shows you where the raise hand function is. You would use that so that we can identify you. If you are participating by telephone and you would like to make a statement, we'd ask that you hit *3. Okay, I don't see anyone, so what I'm going to do is we're going to keep this open for till approximately 1:40. So what I'd like to do, 1:40, what I'd like to do is we're going to go off the record, and periodically I'll come back on and just see if we have anyone that may be interested in providing a statement. So at this point, we'll go off the record.
Okay, one moment. Okay, I have us off the record.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And again, yeah, we're going to just, I'm going to not be participating right now for a few minutes. I'll come back on periodically and just check with people to see if there's anybody that wants to give a statement, and we'll make sure that statement is placed on the record.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, I just want to, at this time, open up again a request if Ryan Flinton is here and you are participating by telephone, please hit *3 so that we can recognize you and unmute your line and you can make a statement. And if there's anyone who would like to make a statement that did not previously register, if you're participating electronically, you would have to use your raise hand function, and instructions for doing that are on the screen in front of you. If you are participating by telephone and would like to make a statement, you would hit *3. Okay, again, I don't see anybody, so I'm going to just go off the line for a few
I
minutes.
concur. There's no hands raised.
Thank you, Joe. I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, this is Judge Costello again. I'm just checking in to see if Ryan Flinton is here. If you are participating by telephone, please hit *3. If you are participating electronically, use the raise hand function, which you can see in front of you on your screen, the instructions for doing that. If there's anyone else that would like to provide a statement, again, use the raise hand function if you are participating electronically, and hit *3 if you are participating by telephone.
No raised hands, Your Honor.
Thank you. This is Judge Costello. Mr. Hubbard, could we just go back on the record for a moment?
Sure, one moment. Okay, I have us back on the record.
Thank you. We have had so far no speakers at this public statement hearing. I have been intermittently coming back and asking people if they want to give a statement, and we've had no requests for people to comment. I'm going to do so again, and we had one person who had registered that I would like to give an opportunity. If you're present, that's Ryan Flinton. And if you're present and want to give a statement and you are participating electronically, you would use the raise hand function. If you are participating by telephone, you would hit *3 so we can recognize you. And I'd also, at this point, open it up for anyone else that may be interested in giving a comment, even though they did not register to do so. And again, if you're participating electronically, you would do that by using the raise hand function. And if you are participating by telephone, you would hit *3 so that we can recognize you and unmute your line. Okay, I am not seeing any indication that people want to give a comment. So what I'm going to do is, again, go off the record and coming back in say 5 or 10 minutes to check in again, and then we'll probably wrap it up shortly after that. So we'll go off the record at this point.
Okay, one moment. Okay, I have us off the record.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is Judge Costello. Again, giving an opportunity for people who may have not registered but would like to make a comment at this public statement hearing to do so. In order to do so, if you're participating electronically, you would use the raise hand function, and instructions to do that are on your screen. If you are participating by telephone, you would hit *3 so that we can recognize you and unmute your line. Okay, again, not seeing anyone. I will be back. I'm going to go off the telephone for a moment. I will be back around 1:30 and give a final opportunity for people to make a statement. And I will call out our one registrant to see if a person is available to make a comment. And at that point, we'll wrap things up and close the hearing. So I will be back at 1:30. Okay, this is Judge Costello. Mr. Hubbard, please, let's go back on the record.
Okay, one moment. Okay, I have us back on the record.
Thank you. I just wanted to note for the record that I have been periodically asking whether people wanted to make a comment, or whether they were participating electronically or by telephone. And we so far have not had anybody that has indicated any interest in making a comment. In addition, we had one person who registered to make a comment who, as of yet, has not been participating. I am going to open it up one more time. So if Mr. Ryan Flinton is present and you would like to make a comment, you can do so by, if you're participating by electronically, you can do so by hitting the raise hand function, which is on the screen in front of you, instructions on how to do that. And if you are participating by telephone, you can hit *3. That's there so that we can recognize you and unmute your line. Okay, and I just want to confirm with Mr. White, I don't see anyone raising their hand or.
We have a raised hand, Your Honor.
I do, okay. And so without Mr. Flinton, I'm going to open it up, and it looks like we have Tessie Marr. So can you unmute?
Also had a question. Sorry?
Hello?
Yep. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Would you like to make a comment?
Would I be able to ask a question?
No, this is not a forum for question asking. It's just a forum for you to give your comments so that the commission may consider your comments. If there are questions that you have, I don't know if Mr. Maloney is here, if he can give you directions on who to, you may be able to contact with questions. But at this session, there is no question and answer process.
Yes, Your Honor. Actually, Tessie, if you would like to send us an email at broadbandmapping@dps.ny.gov, we'll be happy to take any questions at that email. Again, that is broadbandmapping@dps.ny.gov. Thank you, Your Honor.
We can pull that slide up there on the screen with that information on it. Is that correct?
I think so. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Sangeeta, do we have a slide with that information on it? There we go. Is that it?
No, that's not the one. I believe it would be part of the presentation, earlier presentation. So it would be earlier slides. All right, so you have to go down a little bit, go down a few slides.
Is that it right there, Your Honor? Right there, the broadband map of visit.
Mr. Maloney, do you know which slide it is that has the information?
Yes, that is the correct slide, Your Honor.
Okay.
Actually, if Tessie would like to leave a comment, she can again go to the email I just mentioned, or if she goes to that website, she will be able to submit any comments and concerns, as well as taking the survey directly through that website.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, again, if there's, I'll give you one more opportunity for people that are attending. If you want to make a comment today, if you're participating electronically, you would use the raise hand function. If you are participating, yeah.
But we just had a few people join late. They're not in. They're just coming in right now. So
okay.
I don't know if you want to give that give yourself
Certainly.
an opportunity. Sure. They're just coming in now. I'm just seeing them signing up right now. Okay, so they're in now. You could ask your question.
Well, I do notice that Mr. Ryan Flinton is here now, and since you have registered to speak, we're going to give you the opportunity to speak now. So let's unmute his line.
He's been unmuted.
And Clinton, I just wanted to, I apologize, I missed the first half hour of the hearing, but I just wanted to pass on that, availability of broadband within our particular small town of Galway. While we have good coverage through a large portion of the town, we have some pockets that have just never been filled in. We're served by a single high-speed internet provider, which is Spectrum. And it's a huge challenge for us, for a small number of residents within the town. And this isn't even new construction. These are houses that were built long before the predecessor, Time Warner, even ran cable TV into the area that just never got service. And we're struggling with how to get broadband for all of our residents. So I'm looking forward to anything that comes out of this, and anything we can help move it along, either with additional high-speed internet providers that could possibly service our area, or any assistance from the Public Service Commission on helping to motivate the companies to extend broadband coverage.
Okay, thank you very much for your comment. Okay, I'm going to open it up also to if anyone else, again, if you are present and would like to make a comment, even though you have not registered to do so, you can do that by, if you're participating electronically, by using the raise hand function, and instructions on how to do that are on the screen before you. If you are participating by telephone, you would hit *3 so we can recognize you and unmute your line. Okay, Mr. White, I just want to confirm that I don't see anybody indicating that they would like to make a statement.
No, I don't see anybody up, but we just had somebody else join just now as well. It's just at 1:37. This right just now. Do you want to see if you want to give a comment, or? Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
So
Seems like people are coming in late to this hearing.
what we've been doing is, if you are participating, and even though you haven't registered to speak at today's public statement hearing, or this afternoon's public statement hearing, we're giving you an opportunity to make a comment if you'd like to do so.
We have a raised hand, Your Honor.
We have a raised hand, okay.
Yep.
Let us unmute that person.
Yep. This, please state your name for the record. You have been unmuted. Please state your name for the record.
Yes, my name is Curly Nelson, and I'm calling from the Queens area. This is in the Springfield Gardens south of Queens. Though we have pretty good broadband connectivity, we believe that a more monopolized way of accessing broadband, we believe that the cost that we're paying over here would be a little bit less. Now, our community is somewhat seniors, so our suggestion is that when broadband is fully deployed, especially in this area, that our seniors understand what broadband is, understand what it does for them, and understand their choices. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is a court reporter. Can I get the spelling of the first name, please, of Miss Nelson?
Curlene.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, with that, I just want to remind everyone that we are going to be holding another public statement hearing this evening at 6 p.m. and also that you may submit public comments throughout the pendency of this proceeding by the other means that were described earlier and contained in the notice of public statement hearing issued on March 5th. And we also ask that if you do provide comments, we ask that if you, to the extent you can, that you provide them by April 10th so that we have them in time to adequately incorporate them into the report in consideration when the report is done in this case. And I'd like to thank the people that commented here today, as well as Mr. White and Ms. Kalis from our Consumer Services Office for administering this session, our Mr. Maloney for providing a presentation on broadband, and to Mr. Hubbard, our court reporter. And with that, our hearing is concluded, and we're going to go off the record.
Okay, I have us off the record.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hope everyone has a nice afternoon.
See you this evening, sir. Have a good evening.